I'm picking back up where I left off yesterday, actually. So I'm doing a E85 conversion kit for my RSX. This is the other one, by the way. There will be an update on this one. I'll make a video, don't worry. I broke it. Everyone's gonna be mad, but we'll talk about it. Anyways, E85 conversion kit for the OG RSX, as you see, the silver one. Let me find a box here. I had like a sleeve for it, but it's the E-Flex Fuel. So if you go on, I'll link their website in the description below, so that way you guys, if you want to pick one up for your RSX, you can. Honestly, it's going to be the most easy kit. The only thing that I was having trouble with really was the sensor, mounting the sensor and getting a good spot for that. But here, let me get across here. I don't got much room. So this is how I have mine set up. Super easy, plug and play. You don't have to cut anything at all. So don't cut any of your stock fuel lines if you ever need to go back to just 93, because this is exactly what these run. So I have the fitting here right off the stock fuel rail to this hose, which has fittings, and then the two fittings, the largest fittings, click in to the flex fuel sensor. Then from this line to this small fitting right here, you can see, and then here's the stock fuel line, which runs all the way, and then yada yada, goes all the way down there. But that's how I have mine. I'm sure I could route it a different way, but for this, I feel like, for me at least anyway, this is the easiest way to run it with not too many complications. There's not too much of an angle on this stock fuel line because it's already kind of like this. It's already kind of S-shaped. It's not too much, I feel like, but eventually, maybe down the road, I might change it. I know you're supposed to have a little bit of a larger radius for fuel lines for this, so I'll probably, I don't want to run a 90 and it be like too kinked, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to figure out a way of how I can zip tie it just up and out of the way, so that way it's not like too kinked, which I think if I run it a little bit up like this and then zip tie everything, it should be fine. I just don't want to put too much pressure on it and then the hose collapse and then start it to fuel when I'm doing like a wide open pool or something. But this car I really don't drive too much since I got it in like winter mode, aside from having the BBSs on and everything. But I will show you guys the wiring here in a second, but I just wanted to show you that too if anyone ever decides to do this. This right here is the harness for the kit. As you can see, there's, each one has one for the injector. If I can get that to focus there. Each one of these is for the injector. So this one will click right into the injector right there. It'll go like, boop, like right like that. These ones will go into the little supplied plugs that they have, and then these ones right here will plug into the injector. So it'll be this one replacing the injector plug, this one going into factory harness plug. And once you go through all of these, the first thing you have to do is check for continuity on the power side. So the positive wire, you'll check for continuity on all of them. All of them will check out, and then those will be the power wires. If anyone ever has issues with this too, I'm sure there's good write-ups on it and everything. I know there's Chris Fix, he makes a video and he installed one of these. It'd be the same exact thing, so it'll cross over to your car, I'm sure, just depending on the application per cylinder. So 4, 6, 8, whatever it might be. But I'm going to test all these injectors, guys. I'm going to get this wired up, and then I guess all that's left would be fired up. As you can see, we got all of them plugged in properly for the RSX. The yellows will be the power side. So whenever you test it, yellow will be power. And then obviously when it plugs in here, That will be the power, red will be the power, and then red. Red will be, I'm pretty sure red for this kit on every wire will be the power, just probably for simplicity. And the rest will be, you know, ground, obviously. So all we have to do now is just get the harness all cleaned up because we got it looking like spaghetti. So we'll do that here in a second, and then we'll fire the car up. The harness is all done. Now you're probably like, oh, where's that? Right here. So got everything tucked in here. Got the temperature sensor tucked in there. This zip tie, still got to cut all the zip ties. Ran down, ran all the way over. I'm thinking I want to mount it there. Don't know. It can go up here probably somewhere if you move the air box, or not the air box, but the fuse box. But it's kind of hard. Not like there's not enough space, but I'm trying to make it as tucked out of the way as possible, as convenient and hidden as possible. So I'm thinking probably going to try to mount it somewhere down here for the time being, just temporary. And just like that, guys, she's back together. Now let's see if it starts up. You see I got everything tied up here pretty decent. Got the, which I'm going to zip tie this for the time being until I get it mounted on something with Velcro. A little dirty too, I might have to clean it up. Got everything there, hooked up. Let's see if she fires up. You know, you gotta love your AM gauges here. Might boost this car at some point. Probably gonna boost this car at some point. But yeah, guys, she fired right up. No leaks. Everything's good to go. And we will take it for the first test drive. So we'll see you guys at the fuel station and we'll fill it up. We're finally here, getting ready to get an E85. Moment of truth. So moment of truth, good old E85. Remove my card. Here we go. And I guess we'll see what happens when we're all finished. On my way here. The lower guard kind of fell off. Started scraping. I was like, what is that noise? Scraping pretty bad. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll wait and see what happens after this. But yeah, there it is, all full. You saw it all full. Yes, my car has 200,000 miles on it, and there's my BR. So let's fire it up and see. There's also an app, I forgot to tell you guys. It does have all the readouts of ethanol content and everything, duty cycle, if all the injectors are working. I can't really display it since I don't have another camera, but I'll try to get a screenshot of it maybe. All right, guys, so I'm finishing off back, have the car parked, you know, with the other one. So it does run. It runs pretty well. It sounds like the entire front of my car is going to freaking explode. I don't know what it is. I've been having this issue for quite some time now. It sounds like it might be an axle. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure if it's an axle or something transmission related, but let me roll my windows up real quick. But yeah, I have not a single idea what the sound is, and just sitting here destroying my car. I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing? Well, drop that. Don't need that. I guess where I'm going. But I freaking ripped off my breaking stuff off. I ripped off my fender liner, or ripped off the front under tray. Like, trying to turn around, rip off my fender liner, front tray, front. Nah, man, it's all bad. Freaking scrape this up real good. Which, no big deal. I'll just get another one. They're pretty cheap, I'm pretty sure. But there's something in the front end that I don't know what it is, what the sound is, where it's coming from. It's like, I don't know if it's my hubs are bad now because of these wheels. So I had to get these machined to the OEM Honda hub size, which is 64.1. I'm pretty sure these are taking a pretty big toll on my hubs and everything, and tearing up my bearings. And the axles, I think, pretty bad too, because I think it's clunking back and forth. I don't know if it popped out or whatever, but yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, guys. I need front suspension. I need, what else? Front suspension, more than likely a set of, oh geez, front brakes, rear brakes, the whole nine. So it's going to need a once over one more time. As far as driving it anymore, I don't know if I really want to drive it after that. I did a burnout. I think I broke something. Sounds really bad. But anyway, I guess I'll see you guys later, and there will be an update on this one. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.